Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mary Ellen, and in today's video I am going to be adjusting the Nora Tank pattern by Sew Make Bake, and I will be adding a high round back adjustment in a method that I haven't used before. So I am going to try on the wearable toile that I made. I didn't make any adjustments to this version, and I was noticing that it was sliding back, and that I would need to make an adjustment to correct the back piece of the pattern. As you can see, my posture isn't perfect and erect, so I do tend to have some sloping in my shoulders, and so I'm going to make this high round back adjustment to try to correct that, and we will see how it turns out. I eventually would like to make a version of this in a dress, a 3-tiered dress, like a midi length, in a seersucker, and I have that in the wash right now, and I will show you what that looks like and the finished product when I sew it up. So I'm going to go ahead and try the wearable muslin on, and then we will get to adjusting the pattern piece, and I will kind of walk through the process and link the video that I used from another YouTuber who walked through the process, and it's a great resource and it makes sense and it's pretty easy to follow. So I will leave that down below for any of you guys who also have this problem with your garments. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. If you are new here, please like this video and subscribe for more sewing content. Alright, so here's my wearable muslin for the Nora Tank, and this is before any adjustments, and you can kind of see it's like already slipping back. The back, it should be like here, but it really just wants to slide back. And my side seams, or my shoulder seams, are right there. They're like an inch off of center, and it just doesn't look good. And you know, it would need adjusting every 30 seconds. This is how it should sit, but yeah, it just wants to slide back like that because of my rounded back. So I just wanted to get you a visual for why I am adjusting this pattern. I'll still wear this. It's still cute and comfortable, but it's not as comfortable as it would be with a high round back adjustment. So any future versions that I make, which I will be making because it's such a cute top, I will absolutely be doing the high round back adjustment. So I will now insert some clips of me making the adjustment on the pattern piece, and then I will show you the updated muslin of the corrected pattern. Alright, so here is my retraced back piece of the Nora Tank, and I'm going to be focusing my attention in the upper portion. So I have my ruler here, and I am going to mark, let's see, 3 inches from the top. And I'm going to make a line. And then I am going to make another line at the shoulder straight down, because we will be making a dart. So I'm going to kind of eyeball where I want that. We want it perpendicular to this line that we made here. So I think we're going to do this. Make that a little bit darker. This is not quite the middle, not really even close. But I don't want the dart to be like skimming up against my armhole piece, so I think this will be fine. And next what we're going to do is we're going to cut this first line that we drew basically all the way to the edge, but we want to leave a little bit of space so we can hinge it. And then same here, we're going to cut this line down, but we're going to leave a little bit of room so it can naturally hinge as well. So, I'll take my scissors. And okay, now I'm going to add another piece of my tracing paper underneath so we can start to make some adjustments. Okay, I think that'll work. So I want to make, and before I do anything, I need to tape down this piece. Alright, so I want to make my space, my addition here, 1/2 inch, because I think that's where I want to start. So, just measure that out. Actually, mark this. My 1/2 inch. And we want to keep this straight line. All right. Okay. Just doesn't seem right. Oh. Okay. So you can see that this shoulder dart is kind of making its own shape. And so I'm going to tape down first the rest of this piece. Then go ahead and tape this piece down. So this is going to be like our new shape. I'm going to trim this. Okay, so in order to shape out our dart, we want it to be folded towards the shoulder. So I'm going to fold along this line. bring it here. Okay, so as you can see, we have that dart created, and now I'm going to take my scissors and cut along this shoulder line so we can create the shape of the top of the dart. Alright, so you can see there it goes down a little bit, so that way when we fold it, it sits flush with our shoulder line. And in doing this, we kind of create some shape around this shoulder area. Kind of see, instead of it just being flat, there's a little bit of three-dimensional shape to it, and that's what we want. So now all that's left to do is make another version of the Nora Tank. And then we will see how it fits, and if I need to change the way I did this at all. This was kind of an educated guess on where to start. The top of my shirt was slipping down, you know, at least this 1/2 inch, so I want to start with adding a 1/2 inch back, and then trying this new method of a high round back adjustment that adds a little bit more shape to the top of our garment, and hopefully it will create a better fit. So I will see you after I whip up this muslin, and we'll see how it fits. Okay, so here is the top after it's been adjusted, and the high round back adjustment has been made to the back piece, and it fits a lot better. The back piece is hitting the appropriate spot on my back, and it's not sliding down, and it feels a lot more secure, and I can already tell it doesn't want to tip back, you know, like that, because that feels unnatural now because the back piece has been corrected. So this is awesome, and I really love this method of the high round back adjustment because it shapes the shoulder more, and it kind of creates an anchor for your shoulders, and it doesn't, you know, they have something to kind of hold on to. All right, so the dart, as you can see, it's right here, and it, you know, goes down however far. So that's what helps add some additional shaping to the back piece and what allows the garment to stay in place. And you can't really tell, but I've made this muslin at the cropped length that I will be attaching my skirt to. I just kind of wanted to see how it looks, and I'm debating on, let me tilt this down. I'm debating on if I want to add a dart to the back and add a zipper in the side, because I want the bodice to be a little bit more fitted in my dress. So perhaps I'll just add like an inch dart. I don't know yet, because I definitely want it to be a little bit more fitted to my waist. Nothing's wrong with this kind of loose fit, but I would prefer that just for a top. So looking now, I think I'm going to make a forward shoulder adjustment as well, because this shoulder seam is not hitting where it should be. The piece is sitting correctly, but yeah, those shoulder seams are a little bit far back, and what I actually might do is shorten the front piece at the shoulder by like 1 inch and then add 1 inch to the back. That might be better because I think the angle is correct, but it's just too far back still. I just have more room like along the back of my neck. So that shouldn't be a difficult fix. But yeah, so I am excited. I'm going to make these couple changes, and I'm going to go ahead and test out my dart theory on my muslin, and I will be back to show you guys. Okay, I'm back with the darts and the invisible zip in, and I think it fits a lot nicer. Really just how I want it. So I did a 1.5 inch dart, so that takes out 3 inches total, and the length of it is about 7 inches. It was 6, but I noticed some puckering where it ended, so I decided to go up a little bit more to make it a like flatter curve or a flatter angle, and that worked. So that is great. I think I will chop off, or at the bottom here on this front, on the front pieces, I think I'm going to cut off a little sliver of it because they kind of flip out now, the edges of the side seams. So I think I'm just gonna shape those and taper them down so they don't give me wings. And then this invisible zipper works well. I'm really happy with how this adjustment went and how I'm shaping it to be the bodice of my dress. So that is good. And now I'm gonna go get my seersucker fabric and I will show it to you. It's just a classic like light blue seersucker, and I think it'll look really nice as my midi 3-tier dress.